What's up? Welcome to the Secret Sauce episode 1. I got my good friend Lewi Gault on the channel. He has an amazing system in which he is able to organize his goals into weekly tasks, and I can't wait for him to show you. If you want a free copy of this, I will send it to you. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and make a comment, and I will absolutely send you this template to help you build your business. And it's not just real estate, but it will really help. It's geared towards real estate to organize your goals and plan them out step by step and make sure you're hitting those and make sure you're not overworking and putting too much emphasis on one goal versus another. We want to look at it as a holistic view. It's 4 goals, 12 weeks. Let's knock it out. Super excited to bring Lewi Gault on, so let's jump on. Lewi has helped my business so much. I came over as a top producing agent, and moving forward, I had no organization, and Lewi really dialed that in. So we're going to kind of dive into Lewi's secret sauce with his production. He's an icon agent as well and absolutely crushes business. So want to share his information and his story. Lewi, thanks for coming on. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, thanks for having me, man. I'm great. I love it. Secret sauce, baby.
Yeah, let's go. So Lewi, kind of take us through your little secrets that you do to amp up production and how you are helping other agents as well do that.
Yeah, it's all about me, systems, processes, time management for me. Like that's my big thing. That's why I preach day in, day out to everyone. And the only reason I preach it is because that's what changed the course of my business. When I first got into the business, I was just here, there, everywhere, chasing all deals everywhere, driving like hundreds of miles to do whatever. I didn't know what I was doing. But when you actually can start to set things in place and systemize, then it really helps you like strategize your business so that, your business doesn't kind of look, your deal flow isn't like up and down and up and down and up and down. You can actually set a pretty steady consistency. So, I mean, there's so much we could jump into, but I think today, what I would probably talk about is how to basically like set up your day and set up your week to actually, structure what you're doing. Because if you have structure in place, then you have results that you can actually achieve. If you don't have structure in your day or structure in your week, it just is chaos. You're going to show up on Monday morning and be like, okay, I guess I'll check my emails, and then you'll be on email, and then you'll get distracted, and then you'll jump onto YouTube and watch a bunch of videos, and then, okay, well, let me get on and try and call my leads. Okay, first 2 leads didn't answer. Okay, well, it's lunchtime now. Well, let's go and grab lunch. Well, you know what? I've got a lender who works here. Let's just grab lunch with him. 2 hours later, now it's like 3-4 o'clock, and you've literally done nothing all day. And this was like my life. It was like a karmic loop, this circle I was in. So when I actually started creating structure, this really helped. A lot of people do it in a lot of different ways. Like if you look at Ryan Serhant, for instance, obviously a monster agent, probably number 1 in the world. I don't know, but he structures his day the night before, and he goes into his calendar and he lays out his calendar minute by minute by minute by minute, like all day, which is awesome. But that's not, my brain doesn't work that way. I need some flexibility. I need a little bit of creative kind of space in there to make sure that I can kind of chop and change if I need to, because as you guys know, you might be having a day where you're doing stuff, but then you get a phone call from a buyer like, hey, I'm shopping 1.5, 2 million. Like, we need to go out this afternoon. Well, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to go do that because there's money in the bank, hopefully. So, there's definitely structures to the week and the day that I'll pull up and show you guys now what I use. It's definitely something that Jeremy and I, we are in the RTA Syndicate. Oh, I've got a hoodie on just by chance. We have mentorship by Ed Milet and Andy Frisella. And if you know anything about Andy Frisella, you'll know the power list. The power list is 5 tasks for the day that are going to move you forward. Okay. They're going to get you to that next goal. Now, they don't all have to be business. Some of them can be family, whatever it is, but every single day I list out 5 tasks, and you can do it digitally. I've started doing it more on paper these days, and every day I just write out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I write out the 5 tasks that are really the big key ones today that are going to help me move on and get my business growing. So that's what I like to do. I'm going to show you how we give it to Jeremy and I, our agents on our team. This is how we give it to them. But right here, let me just share this.
Yeah, and before you get rolling on this, just want to, shout you out because, Louis also a dedicated father and husband. And this is really his mentorship has really given me some time, to understand that, okay, you have business at this time and this organization set has really given me time to actually be a part of, my kids, activities and actually be present. So that's kind of a cool aspect. You kind of just touched on it, but
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't get into real estate to get divorced, like that's not why I got into this business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we see this happens quite a lot. And I fell into this trap as well. The first couple of years, I was so zoned in that I was losing connection. I was only working. And, we tell ourselves these stories, the stories you tell about yourselves actually become reality. And I was telling myself like, well, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for them, but all the time I'm like missing, soccer games, missing time with them, bedtime stories, stuff because I'm working. And when you can kind of free yourself of that like trap that you set yourself in, and actually realize that there's a difference between work and production. So you can work all day and get nothing done, but you can be productive with your time, work less of the day and actually get more done. So this is what this kind of board is all about. And hopefully it can help you as well. So what we do here, and Jeremy and I with our crew, we always set goals. We set quarterly goals with the team. We just did a goal workshop the other day there. Okay, so now we've wiped out all the ones that were there, so we're starting fresh, and this is what you would get. So what Jeremy and I do with our team is we set goals, right? Because if you don't have a goal, then you don't know what you're working for. And we do very specific kinds of goal setting with our team, and it really gives you tangible reasons why you're trying to hit that goal. So let's set for just goals for Q4, just whatever they are. So I don't know, Jeremy, hit me with some goals.
Let's go seven closed transactions.
Okay, 7 closed transactions. Whoops, I can't spell. Boom. Okay.
Let's do start a YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay, doke.
Host a client appreciation event.
Client appreciation event.
And let's do, Thanksgiving, touch to our Thanksgiving letter. How about to our sphere?
Yeah. All right. Let's do
handwritten
holiday letters to sphere. Okie doke. All right. So let's say these are our 4 goals for Q4, right? This is what we want to achieve. We want to achieve 7 transactions by the end of Q4. We want to start our YouTube channel. We want to host a client appreciation event, and we want to get holiday letters to our sphere and start that kind of system so we can do that. So what we would do here is at the start of the week, I would typically do this on a Sunday, but I can start to build out what my week looks like. The first thing you want to do is actually put in appointments that are already in your calendar. Okay, so I might be like, well, Wednesday I have showings with this client. So client showings. All right, I'm going to put that above on the top here. So I have that. I also have showings on Friday. So let's just type in that. I also have a listing appointment that day. So you want to make sure you can put in the things that you have to do. You don't want to fill up your days and then be like, oh no, I have to do this too. So you want to make sure that you're realistic about this, because we are real estate agents. We're going to put in a ton of stuff to work towards our goals, but you also have to have those things, So Tuesday might be, hey, you know what? I've got date night with my wife, and that's a big one for me. Okay, I want to make sure that that's something for me. So let's just say we have these kind of random ones in there. I've looked at my week and I know those things are coming up. Cool. So now I'm going to be like, okay, well, Monday's pretty open. So what things could I be working on to get towards these goals? Okay, 7 closed transactions. So how am I going to do that? Well, what I'm going to do maybe is get in touch with the top producer on my team and just reach out to see what they do to attract clients. So I'm going to do some research. So research top agents on team. Okay, cool. And then I know that there's a training on Monday. This, with our brokerage, we have over 60 hours of training every single week. So I'm going to jump in and do one of those trainings on how to be a top producer. Be a top producer. And I'm going to put that in the cloud. So I'm going to jump in and do that. Okay, that's a couple ones that I can do towards this first goal. I'm going to look at my second goal right here. Start YouTube channel. Okay, well, I know what I need to do for that. I want to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get Mike's Social Agent Academy. So I'm going to get Mike Sherrard Social Agent Academy and go and check out the exact blueprint of how to do that. Okay, well, that's great. I've done that now. And then, we can fill this in with a couple other things. So say I'm going to, do a market report, just whatever it is. And then maybe I'm going to start a new workout routine. So you got to make sure that there's a couple of things in here that, that aren't going to take up your whole day. Because if you put in 5 like huge tasks, it's going to be actually troublesome to hit them. These just have to be tasks that are going to move you forward, okay? So research top agents on team and go to the how to be a top producer training. Cool. They're going to get me in a mindset and a flow state to figure out how I'm going to get more transactions. Okay, I'm going to download the Social Agent Academy. Cool. That's a great start to get my YouTube up and running. And then market report, I have to do that because I send it out every week to my sphere. That's a big thing. It's going to take, half an hour or so to do it. And then I'm going to do a new workout because that's getting me towards where I want to be physically. Cool. Now I've built out Monday. So all you're going to do on Monday is, if you got it on paper, you can just scratch them out like that. Or what you can do is just drag them down. Okay, I did my workout. Cool. I did my, okay, what's next? I did that. And then once you've done everything, you can see that your day is completely done and I'm all set. I'm good to go. The beautiful thing about this system is that this could take all day until 6 p.m. to get it, which is fine. But I could also have this all done by 1 o'clock. And then the rest of the day, I can do whatever I want. If I want to do more work, cool. If I don't, that's okay, because I know I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. You see, we overwork as realtors. Our brains are not designed to work 10, 12, 16-hour days. We always have about 5 to 6 hours of like actually focused, dedicated work that we can handle. So if you knock it out like that, cool, you're done and you're good to go. We don't always have to be exhausted by the end of the day. And if you start to work like this is how you can actually be way more productive and actually have way more time on your hands to enjoy life, because that's what we're actually trying to do. Now, one more thing I'll touch on before we kind of jump into whatever else. Again, you would just fill this out and it can chop and change, right? These showings might get canceled, so I'll just take them off. We might move date night to Thursday night because something's going on with the kids, so you can chop and change, move this. Nothing's set in stone, so don't stress too much about it.
Yep, absolutely. And when you're talking about, Andy Frisella and, his multi-million-dollar businesses he runs, he talks about the 5 things. And once he gets those 5 things done, he's done. And it allows him, he runs literally several multi-million-dollar businesses. So I think if he can do it, like we could probably do it as real estate agents too.
Yeah. He swears by it. The guy's a billionaire. Yeah. And that's what he says. Sometimes he's like, if I get everything done by 11, I'm playing video games. And first time he said that on the call, I was like, oh, wait, what? That does not make sense. But that's the way he does it.
And it's just about dialing in those tasks, right? They have to be needle moving. And I think that's what people struggle with the most is building those tasks out that are actually going to create movement and move your business forward.
Yes, 100%. And that kind of leads us to this last part, guys. This is called the domino. This is a key one for me. Every single week I set up what we call a domino. And this domino is designed to move your business forward every single week towards these goals. Okay. So if we look at our Q4 goals again, we can say, okay, we're doing our top producer training. We're doing we're doing a couple of things that, aren't a big deal. It might take an hour or so to get done. But maybe let's look at some bigger chunks of things we have to do. So let's look at host client appreciation event. That's going to be a lot of work if you're going to do it right. Okay. So maybe this first week, what I want to do is really find out the best practices to host a client appreciation event and what that's going to take. So I'm going to make this my domino. Okay. So I'm going to say build out client event system. Okay. So I'm going to give this domino 4 tasks. Okay, so let's build this out together. So I need to figure out how to build a client event system. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to research other agents' events. I'm going to find out all the costs involved. So budget, costs.
You can do like venue style, like what kind of event are you wanting? Do you want to have like a presentation, or is it more of a, collab where it's just kind of open forum? You want to do that and then tailor that to your event, because I know I've had events that are mainly masterminds and we pick a loud, venue, and it's hard to get that value from those.
Yeah, perfect. And then last one, let's say catering.
Catering.
What were you going to say?
Follow up.
Yeah, follow up. So, I guess, best days and times to do it, so, follow
scheduling.
up. Scheduling.
All that stuff's kind of all in there. Just how you, it's perfect.
And you guys get what we're doing here. You would take more time and build this out and really think to yourself, what are the 4 things that will help me build out this system, right? And then what I'm going to do from here, you see this is red and blue like this. I'm just going to click this. I'm going to go to my labels. I'm going to click on domino. Boom. And it just lets me know that that's like a pretty important part of my week. Okay. Now I'm going to show you why this is so effective. Now, if we were to say, okay, let's take an hour and we'll figure out all 4 of these things. It's impossible. It's too much. And your brain can't focus on that stuff for too long if you're also trying to do all this stuff too, this stuff with your clients, this stuff with your family. It's too much just to do all this at once. So what I'll do is I'll strategically just move this into different places. So, okay, Tuesday, I'm going to move this and this here. I can do those. Wednesday, I'll put this one here, and then I'll put this one here on Friday, so that I'm all done. Now I can see by the end of this week, I'm going to have this built out no matter what, because Tuesday, it's only going to be 2 of the 5 things that I'm doing. Wednesday is 1 thing, Thursday is 1 thing, and I'll have it all done. So you can see how you take a kind of task like this, and you break it down into little chunks and then just put it out. So you don't have to be thinking about it for one huge thing. You're not stressed about what you're trying to get done. You just, day by day, eat the elephant, Is that what that book's called? Eat the elephant?
Frog. Eat the frog.
Eat the frog. Eat the frog. Yeah. Eat the frog.
Don't eat an elephant. That'll take you a while.
Eat the frog. So you just eat little chunks out of this, and all of a sudden, you do this 1 week, then you do something for your YouTube next week, then you do something for this next week. All of a sudden, 12 weeks of your quarter have become super dialed in, and you've achieved way more than you would have if you were just waking up like, okay, what am I going to do today? And not have structure in what you're doing. So this kind of style of working has completely changed my whole perception, my outlook, and also my bank account, because my production has gone way up from doing this kind of focused work. So
wow, yeah, that's this actually has absolutely changed the way I do business, how I operate, how I function with my family, and so on. So that's really magic. Thanks for kind of sharing that, and obviously super grateful to have that link and be able to share with other agents and get them moving. So that's awesome. And Lewi does an amazing job about putting out all kinds of organizational content. So where can people find you?
Yeah, YouTube, just search for Lewi Gault, LewiGault, and then same on Instagram. That's kind of where I spend most of my time. But yeah, I just try and put out things to help agents. It's really the things that help me, and I'm just like speaking them out so it helps other people. So if you ever struggle with systems, processes, time management, anything like that, check out.
Wow, guys, that was pretty amazing. Thank you so much to Lewi Gault. Again, if you would like a copy of his Trello board and that template to help you organize your business and absolutely crush the next 12 weeks, please comment below and I will absolutely get you a free copy of that template, and you can start building your real estate business the way you want to and win every single day, which leads to wins every quarter, which leads to us reaching our long-term goals.